When alcohol react with carboxylic acid in the presence of acid, from alcohol OH and from carboxylic acid H will be moved as water. The remaining RCOOR. This is called ester. This reaction is called esterification reaction. So, alcohol when react with the carboxylic acid in the presence of mineral acid, we are getting ester. This reaction is called esterification reaction. The same reaction takes place when phenol react with the carboxylic acid. The same reaction, that is from alcohol when react with RCO twice O. RCO twice O means acid anhydride. When alcohol react with acid anhydride in the presence of mineral acid, the same ester formation takes place. This is also called esterification reaction. That means alcohol when react with acid anhydride means RCO, that is RCO twice O. When acid anhydride react with alcohol in the presence of mineral acid, so here the bond get broken and one side H will be added, the other side RO group will be added. RCOOR, that means we are getting ester plus we are getting RCOOH, yes, carboxylic acid we are getting. So, these reactions are called esterification reaction. These reactions are called esterification reaction. So, the reaction with alcohol and carboxylic acid as well as alcohol with acid anhydride takes place in the presence of small amount of mineral acid and the reaction is reversible in nature. Therefore, the reaction of alcohol with carboxylic acid, the byproduct water must be removed from the reactor as and when formed to initiate the forward reaction. Same esterification reaction takes place when alcohol react with RCOCl. RCOCl means acid chloride. When alcohol react with acid chloride, the same reaction takes place in the presence of pyridine. Pyridine means is a base. The same product, that is from here one H and from here one Cl will be removed as HCl. The remaining thing RO, then COR, that is RCOOR. That means we are getting ester. This is called esterification reaction. So, in the reaction of acid chloride with alcohol, we are using pyridine as the catalyst, because pyridine, which is a base, neutralize the product formed as hydrochloric acid during the process. This COOR means acetyl group. The introduction of acetyl group in alcohol is known as acetylation reaction. Give one example for acetylation. Salicylic acid means benzene ring, carboxylic acid and orthoposin we are getting OH group. When it is react with CH3CO twice O, acetic anhydride, CH3CO twice means acetic anhydride, the reaction takes place in the presence of mineral acid. How the reaction takes place? As I told you, CH3CO, CH3CO, that is CH3CO twice, we can write like this. These two are connecting at O. The bond cleaved in one place and H adds with one side, the remaining thing adds with the other side. That means we are getting the benzene ring having no change, this carboxylic acid group also having no change. The reaction takes place at the hydroxyl group. How? The O is there but the hydrogen removed. So the hydrogen removed and adds with this. So what about the product we are getting? COCH3 plus CH3 COOH. The product formed is called acetyl, ACETYL, acetyl salicylic acid. The acetyl salicylic acid is commonly called aspirin. But how will you prepare aspirin? What is aspirin? Acetyl salicylic acid is called aspirin. How can you prepare aspirin? When salicylic acid react with acetic anhydride, esterification reaction takes place or acetylation reaction takes place, we are getting acetyl salicylic acid. Acetyl salicylic acid is otherwise called aspirin. Reaction involving the cleavage of carbon-oxygen bond. Reaction with hydrogen halide. When alcohol react with hydrogen halide, for example hydrochloric acid, in the presence of anhydrous zinc chloride, we are getting alkyl halide and water. So how the reaction takes place means, from alcohol R react with Cl and get RCl. OH and H react together form water. The mixture of concentrated HCl and anhydrous zinc chloride is known as Lucas reagent. It's called Lucas reagent. Therefore, this test is called Lucas test. This test is called Lucas test. What is Lucas test? When alcohol react with the mixture of concentrated hydrochloric acid and anhydrous zinc chloride, we are getting alkyl halide as the product. The alcohols are soluble in Lucas reagent, whereas the product alkyl halide do not dissolve in Lucas reagent. Hence, it produces turbidity during the reaction. The presence of or the formation of turbidity indicate the end of the reaction. The three classes of alcohol means primary alcohol, secondary alcohol and tertiary alcohol behave differently in Lucas reagent. That means tertiary alcohol produce turbidity immediately. That means tertiary alcohol react very fast with the Lucas reagent, whereas secondary alcohol produce turbidity within 10 to 15 minutes. Whereas primary alcohol do not react with the Lucas reagent. From this, we can distinguish primary, secondary and tertiary alcohol. This test is called Lucas test. From alcohol R react with Cl and get RCl. OH and H react together form water. The mixture of concentrated HCl and anhydrous zinc chloride is known as Lucas reagent. It's called Lucas reagent. Therefore, this test is called Lucas test. This test is called Lucas test. What is Lucas test? When alcohol react with the mixture of concentrated hydrochloric acid and anhydrous zinc chloride, we are getting alkyl halide as the product. The alcohols are soluble in Lucas reagent, whereas the product alkyl halide do not dissolve in Lucas reagent. Hence, it produces turbidity during the reaction. The presence of or the formation of turbidity indicate the end of the reaction. The three classes of alcohol means primary alcohol, secondary alcohol and tertiary alcohol behave differently in Lucas reagent. That means tertiary alcohol produce turbidity immediately. That means tertiary alcohol react very fast with the Lucas reagent, whereas secondary alcohol produce turbidity within 10 to 15 minutes, whereas primary alcohol do not react with the Lucas reagent. From this, we can distinguish primary, secondary and tertiary alcohol. This test is called Lucas test. Reaction with the phosphorus halide. Alcohol when react with the phosphorus trihalide. As we studied, when react with the phosphorus trihalide, 3 molecules of alcohols are reacting. The 3 alkyl group react with the halogen atom forming 3RX. The remaining thing H3PO3, that is we are getting phosphorus acid. Alcohol when react with the phosphorus pentahalide, one of the hydrogen atom take one X or take another one X, the remaining phosphorus oxyhalide. So reaction of alcohols with the phosphorus halide, alcohol react with the phosphorus trihalide as well as pentahalide. With the trihalide, 3 molecules of alcohols are reacting. With the pentahalide, 1 molecule of alcohol is reacting. Next reaction, dehydration. Alcohol when heated in the presence of concentrated sulfuric acid at about 443 Kelvin temperature, a water molecule get removed from the alcohol and form alkene as the product. We are getting alkene as the product. This reaction is known as dehydration. Dehydration means removal of water molecule. So when we are taking secondary alcohol, the reaction condition becomes somewhat low. That means instead of sulfuric acid, phosphoric acid can be used. We are getting the same type of product. If you are taking tertiary alcohol, the reaction will take place at around 358 Kelvin and around weak phosphoric acid. We are getting alkene as the product. Thus, tertiary alcohols are more reactive in the case of dehydration than that of secondary alcohol, which in turn more reactive than that of primary alcohol. Tertiary alcohols are more reactive in the dehydration reaction than secondary, which in turn more reactive than that of primary alcohol. Mechanism of dehydration. The mechanism of dehydration reaction consists of 3 steps. The first step is the protonation. The first step is the protonation. That is protonation of alcohol to form protonated alcohol. The product formed during the first step is protonated alcohol. That means the H plus from the acid or otherwise proton adds with the alcohol. It is a fast step and is a reversible process. Lone pair of electron is given to proton, thereby we are getting protonated alcohol. In the next step is a slow step and is the rate determining step. In this step, protonated alcohol slowly, so in order to reduce the positive charge on oxygen atom, this bond pair electron is given to oxygen, and thereby the water molecule get removed. Second step is the slow step and hence is the rate determining step. In this step, to reduce the positive charge on protonated alcohol, the bond pair electron is given to oxygen and thus the bond get broken and water molecule come out. Third step is the formation of ethene, or otherwise it is the deprotonation step. Third step is the deprotonation step. The deprotonation, so to reduce the positive charge on carbocation, one of the hydrogen atom share its bond pair electron to the carbon. So what happens? This bond will come out and this H will move away, are removed as proton. This step is called deprotonation. So dehydration reaction. Dehydration reaction means alcohols are heated in the presence of either sulfuric acid or phosphoric acid. A water molecule get be removed from the alcohol and form alkene as the product. Mechanism consists of 3 steps. First step, protonation of alcohol. Second step is the low step and is the rate determining step. In this step, a carbocation is formed, and the third step, the elimination reaction takes place, that is otherwise called deprotonation step. Next reaction, oxidation. Alcohol on oxidation, usually we are getting aldehydes. Aldehydes on oxidation, we are getting carboxylic acid. Alcohol, when undergo oxidation in the presence of strong oxidizing agents such as potassium permanganate, we are getting carboxylic acid as the product. So alcohol are converted into aldehyde by oxidation in the presence of bromic anhydride. Conversion of alcohol into aldehyde, the best reactant or best oxidizing agent is pyridinium chlorogromate. Pyridinium chlorogromate gives better yield for the conversion of alcohol into aldehyde. When secondary alcohols are subjected to oxidation in the presence of bromic anhydride, the secondary alcoholic group is converted into keto group. The secondary alcoholic group is converted into keto group. For example, CH3, CHOH, CH3 on oxidation, CH3 having no problem. This secondary alcoholic group is converted into C double bond O and CH3. We are getting ketone as the product. Tertiary alcohol do not undergo oxidation. Tertiary alcohol do not undergo oxidation, but under some elevated condition as well as in the presence of strong oxidizing agents such as KMNO4 with the cleavage of various carbon bond and form a mixture of carboxylic acid as the product. The mixture of carboxylic acid, the different carboxylic acid contain lesser number of carbon atom. Electrophilic substitution reaction. Phenol undergo electrophilic substitution reaction in which the OH group is ortho-para directing group. Therefore, we are getting ortho and para isomer. The first one, nitration. Phenol on treated with dilute nitric acid, we are getting ortho and para nitrophenol. Among this, para isomer is the major product. In ortho nitrophenol, the OH group is present here in ortho position NO2 group. This is NO2 group. So, between H and O, hydrogen bond is present. This hydrogen bond is called intramolecular hydrogen bond. But in para isomer, intermolecular hydrogen bond is present. Due to this, the ortho and para isomer can be separated by steam distillation. On subjecting steam distillation, ortho isomer is steam volatile due to the presence of intramolecular hydrogen bond, whereas para isomer is less volatile because of the intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Phenol on treated with concentrated nitric acid, we are getting 2,4,6 trinitrophenol. This is called 2,4,6 trinitrophenol. 2,4,6 trinitrophenol is commonly called picric acid. How will you form picric acid? By treating phenol with concentrated nitric acid. Next one, halogenation. Phenol on treated with halogen in the presence of carbon disulfide, we are getting ortho and para isomer, that is ortho bromophenol and para bromophenol. But phenol on treated with bromine water, we are getting 2,4,6 trinitrophenol. Phenol on treated with bromine water, we are getting 2,4,6 tribromophenol. Phenol on treated with sodium hydroxide, the water molecule will be removed and we are getting sodium phenoxide. This sodium phenoxide on treated with the carbon dioxide in the presence of acid, we are getting salicylic acid. We are getting salicylic acid, that is 2-hydroxy benzoic acid. This is the first carbon, this is the second carbon. So 2-hydroxy benzoic acid. 2-hydroxy benzoic acid is called salicylic acid. So once again see this reaction. Phenol on treated with the sodium hydroxide, we are getting sodium phenoxide, which on treated with the carbon dioxide in the presence of acid, we are getting salicylic acid. This reaction is known as Holp reaction. This reaction is known as Holp reaction. The next one, phenol on treated with the chloroform. CHCl3 means chloroform in the presence of sodium hydroxide. Again same type of reaction, that means H and OH of the sodium hydroxide will be removed as water, and from the ortho position one of the hydrogen react with the chloroform and we are getting an intermediate compound like this, that is OH will be converted into ONA and this position CHCl2 will form. This is an intermediate compound. This on treated with sodium hydroxide, we are getting that CHCl2 group will be converted into aldehyde group, which on treated with our acidification, we are getting salisaldehyde. This compound is called salisaldehyde. Once again, phenol on treated with the chloroform in the presence of sodium hydroxide, we are getting an intermediate, which on treated with the sodium hydroxide, so ortho position CHCl2 group will be converted into CHO, which on treated with the acid, we are getting salisaldehyde. The reaction is known as Riemann-Tiemann reaction. Very important name reaction, Riemann-Tiemann reaction. The above reaction is called Holp reaction. This reaction is called Riemann-Tiemann reaction. When phenol is heated with the zinc dust, the zinc will take the oxygen from phenol and become zinc oxide. We are getting benzene as the product. So how will you convert phenol to benzene? By heating with zinc dust. Phenol on oxidation in the presence of sodium dichromate, Na2Cr2O7 dichromate, in the presence of concentrated sulfuric acid, we are getting benzoquinone as the product. We are getting benzoquinone. That's all about the chemical reactions of phenol.